Hey, what's up guys, my name is Mark, I'm a singing student, and today we're going to be analyzing Don't Stop Me Now, basically focusing on Freddie's vocals as usual. I just wanted to say quickly that I have officially set up a Patreon. Remember, if you sign up for it, you basically get access to these videos, but they are edited differently, so I don't have to interrupt the music constantly, which is really annoying. They have no ads whatsoever, not in the middle, not on the beginning, so that's really cool as well. And I also throw in some extra information in the end, so it's super worth it. If you want to support my work, you can do that. But without any further ado, let's get into the video. So we all know this is a hard song to sing. I think pretty much everyone has already tried at least once to sing it and failed miserably. At least I know I have, because right from the beginning, this song is incredibly hard. Take a look at the intro. That phrase is quite easy, but the intro has one of the hardest parts in the entire song, and that is right here. In fact, this introduction was so hard that most of the times Queen performed this live, Freddie just played this introduction instrumentally and left the audience sing it.
Don't stop me now!
But there's this amazing occasion in which he did one of the parts of the introduction. But even in that case, which was one of his best vocal performances ever, he still left this phrase for the audience to sing it. Because let's be honest, it is one of the hardest phrases in the entire song. And then I noticed something really beautiful in here. Freddie was extraordinary at making these vocal register switches without them being noticeable, and in this case he's going from his falsetto back into his chest voice in such a subtle way that you can barely tell, and that happens at the end of the phrase when he says so. It almost sounds like falsetto, but it's actually chest voice. And this is what makes singing such a complex and amazing art, because you have to have the foundation in your technique to be able to produce these beautiful sounds. And Freddie was obviously an absolute genius at doing this. And hey, by the way, if I was you, I would keep watching the video, because there's this really amazing, incredibly high note that Freddie Mercury did in this song that, you know, gets lost behind all the instruments in the official release. But here with the isolated vocals, you can really hear it, and we're going to analyze it because it is absolutely insane. Here's something really cool from the background vocals.
Stop me now. Don't stop me.
And you know, that last part.
Don't stop me.
When Freddie did it in live performances, he just belted them out.
Stop me 'cause I'm...
It really is a big difference in interpretation. Then we go straight into the song.
I'm a shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity.
There's something really cool about his tone in here, and I'd say, given this was recorded during the 70s, it kind of sounds like more of an 80s Freddie, because his tone is really raspy and a lot darker, you know. But in this case, it's weird, because this was recorded during the 70s, and he definitely sounds a lot more like an 82 Freddie, for example.
I'm a racing car passing by like Lady Godiva.
So that phrase is one of the hardest to get in the song, really, and we can see that with Freddie himself. As I put here 3 examples. In one case, he's going to absolutely nail it, like this, which sounds identical to the studio. In this case, he's going to crack the note. And in this last case, he's going to go a little bit flat on the same note. And you know, from a scientific point of view, this honestly makes a lot of sense that he's having troubles with this specific note and not with other ones, because he is pushing the limits of his chest voice into a register that's so high that it's hard to be consistent on. Then we have this absolute insanity of a vocal phrase in here.
200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit.
He has to start a phrase on such a high note, it makes it incredibly difficult. But when he did that in a live performance, it was outstanding. But even when he did, Roger Taylor, the drummer, who I think has a naturally higher register, had to help him out with the actual highest note in that phrase. He changed the phrasing just a little bit and left Roger Taylor to do a semitone higher. Here it's interesting because I had not noticed this before, but I think this phrase was recorded in 2 takes. They made an overdub because there's a very subtle crack in the middle. You know, like they pasted 2 different takes together. Take a good listen.
I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make you super.
When he's sustaining the word light, there's this classic cut sound, which in my opinion would mean it was overdubbed.
Supersonic man out of you.
But honestly, like, who cares, because there's this other phrase here which has no overdubs at all, and it is incredibly fascinating how Freddie managed to sing this entire phrase without breathing at any point.
Oh, explode, I'm burning through the sky, yeah.
Right to that point, he didn't breathe. It's amazing.
Explode, I'm burning through the sky.
And this right here really shows one of the hardest aspects of the song, which is how fast it is and how little breathing time you get as a singer, which is why it's so hard to perform. Let's listen to some more harmonies.
Supersonic man out of you, don't stop me now.
I wonder if it's everyone singing at the same time. I feel like I hear Brian singing, but I don't know.
Don't stop me now.
A small yeah by Freddie in there. And also I noticed these editing mistakes from the audio engineers, or I don't know what happened, but if you hear this phrase,
man out of you, yeah. Men.
he just says men, which I think has an explanation, and that is they just cut, they probably just cropped badly a part of where he was singing "Don't Stop Me Now" or something like that, so it sounds like men. I think I can replicate it and let's see if it works. So here it is, I pasted a similar phrase, and let's see if I crop it, maybe we can make it sound like it says men too.
Don't stop me.
It honestly sounds more like min than men, which is really funny, but I think it's still the explanation. The thing is, in the green track, you know, it's the harmonies vocal, so it will sound different. So now into the amazing, incredible, surreal, actually, high note. Let's take a listen first.
Good time. Oh, let loose, honey.
A lot of people would say it was unintentional, but it sounds completely intentional. And if we see the pitch graph for it, we have right here, this is the high note Freddie did. It is a C6. That is absolutely insanity. You can see here in this red waveform how he's building into the note. And it picks right here at a C5. It's absolutely outstanding how he managed to do those sounds. I think a C6 is considered the highest note of the highest vocal type for females note. Like, that is just how high Freddie could go. It's absolutely insane to listen to this.
Oh, burning through the sky, yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit.
The amount of energy poured into this performance is so amazing. And then you have this ending, which is truly beautiful. Just absolutely angelic. There's a note you can basically not hear, but we're going to give it more gain because it sounded so amazing. I want to hear it better. A beautiful falsetto to end up a beautiful song. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to support me on Patreon if you want access to this video without the interruptions, no advertisements, and I think I will add some extra information. I will be reacting and analyzing a live performance of this song, which is particularly interesting. So if you want to check that out, support me on Patreon, or leave a like in this video. Everything helps, really, and I truly love you all. So I'll be seeing you in the next video. And if you want to chat, just join our Discord server because it's really amazing. Okay, I'll be seeing you later.